Hello, guys. And if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that subscribe, maybe that notification bell too. Today, our story from the user Throra44, and it is called Who is Abusive in This Scenario? 34M and 29F. Backgrounds. Man is a recovering alcoholic, starting in his 20s, rich, lively upbringing with 7 siblings, is in a halfway house when he meets woman through a cycle of job hopping and relapsing. Man leaves this job, relapses and goes into halfway to live with other people recovering. Received text from woman asking if he was okay. He reaches back out when he's been okay a while and has a new job. Woman is a daily weed smoker recovering from lifetime of childhood abuse and 2 subsequent abusive relationships. Has 1 young child from the second relationship, and that guy is still living at her house on the couch and won't leave, although they are not together. Woman meets man at long-term job. Recognizes his alcoholism and behaviors, looks from upbringing and texts once a week to check on him when he doesn't show up again out of concern. He eventually answers and asks to meet for coffee. Mid-story. Woman finally gets current guy to leave, but he destroys all her things in process when he sees she is getting herself together and meeting new people. Woman can no longer afford rent without advance notice of roommate. Woman goes on a few dates with man and both fall in love. Man offers to move in and pay the late rent due. Man and woman do great in a weird scenario. After a few months, man starts suggesting huge changes and implies woman is not a good mom for letting kid be disrespectful, but man doesn't understand woman and child are still recovering to a new normal after his dad moved out and he moved in. Man starts talking about things that are bothersome and somewhat demanding change. Woman rehomed 1 dog plus 2 or 3 cats to make him more comfortable. Man is still not comfortable, and everything woman does becomes something that needs to be fixed. Man relapses on alcohol several times in the next months because woman is not as good as he thought. They make up. But man continues to blame woman for not making changes he asked for to improve their lives. Woman tries everything to change things he doesn't like, besides enacting corporal punishment or harsh language to wear down child's self-worth. But it is too little too late for him. He continues asking for changes and getting upset, saying they will never happen anyways, and he might as well give up his dreams. This makes woman try harder as not to disappoint. But the small things go unnoticed because there are still other things she's not fixing right away. Eventually, man proposes to woman after an argument where she feels she isn't good enough. Man eventually relapses again when woman said she is tired of people saying she's never doing enough and wants to pause the engagement until it's worked out. After a big fight, she says things like, "I never want to marry you," and other harsh words. Man relapses and destroys all her stuff and house. Woman comes back with father to pack a bag and stay there for the night. Woman comes home next day to try and talk. Man is actively relapsing and blaming her, using all sorts of names. Man leaves and comes back and beats her up. Woman calls police and they arrest him. After brief no contact, man goes between defending his actions and apologizing sincerely. Woman says, "I will give this one last chance if you stop talking to me with disrespect and start working on yourself." Man agrees only after arguing that she called the cops and ruined his life. They go on a few dates once he has recovered again, and man seemed better and more motivated than ever. Current. Man is trying to change woman again, despite major improvements in everything including open communication with feelings on both sides. Man starts talking disrespectfully again and feels justified in his anger even though objectively most things have been fixed, and the major bother is the cat being a cat at night, waking him up. Woman goes off on man and starts talking the same way he does to her with interruptions, degrading, name-calling, logic manipulation, and you'll nevers, until he is in tears. They forgive each other, or he forgives her, and order food. He wakes up the next morning yelling that she has to get rid of the cat, and never does anything for him. Man says woman is the abuser, angry that she said he's being emotionally abusive and leaves for work. What is the internet opinion on this situation? Comment 1 from user Beardman Michael. Only the child sounds completely innocent in the story. Now, to answer your question, the men of this story are definitely abusive. The woman of this story needs to remove themselves from abusive environments and quit going back to abusive environments. Comment 2 from user NotForcom. There is no way a kid did not spot signs of so much destruction. And even if you are right, having a substance-abusing mother whose emotional life is violent and chaotic will be having a dreadful effect. Kids pick up atmosphere. That kid would be better off in a foster home, even one of the bad ones. Update. I decided to delete this post. It was a bad idea to expose all these problems to the public. Or am I not right? Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. See you again.